Hello, 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 and welcome. I am Candace Fields, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I am coming to you with a cute little treat box that we're making that is very tiny, but I actually like it. Now, this is not my original idea. I actually got this from one of our UK demonstrators, Sam Poodles, and I just absolutely love it. And this is great for wedding favors or bridal favors, or if you're having or hosting a dinner party, to have it as a placement with some little mints inside for after dinner. So you can get a lot of different ways you can use this little tiny box. Okay, and so to start, you're going to need a piece of cardstock at cut out at 5 by 8.5. Okay. So next we're going to do some scoring. And we are going to score on the short end side, the 5-inch side. We're going to score at 2 inches. And at 4. And then we're going to flip on the long side. And you're going to score at, I have my ring light on the side of me, so I'm trying to make sure I don't hit that. 2, 4, 6, and 8. And now what you're going to do is you're going to do some half scoring. So from here at the 1 inch mark, you're going to score from at the 1 inch to that first score line. So you need to be on this 1 inch score line this way, and you're going to score down to that score line at 1 inch, and you're going to do it at 5 inches. Okay, and this is just basically a placeholder for you. Okay, so next thing you want to do, this a little bit more scoring, is you're going to want to score on these two boxes, and you want to make some diagonal score lines. Now sometimes it's a little bit harder to see and line it up on using your scoreboard or your paper trimmer. So I don't have a ruler. And it's funny, I have all of these rulers and I can never find a ruler. But if you have something with a straight edge cut, so a piece of paper, as long as it's a straight edge, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go from this score line to this score mark. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a score. So if you don't have a ruler, that is fine. But you just want to make sure you have something with a straight edge. And then there, so we're going to do that there, and then we're also going to do that here. Okay. Then right there. Okay. Alrighty. So lately I've been trying to get a little bit more into like party planning type of DIY ideas. I know, I don't know about you guys, but I know my crafting fluctuates. So next we're just going to burnish I score marks. My crafting fluctuates from time to time, depending on what I'm into, you know, and it's okay. I'm a crafter, you know. So that's usually where I go, and I tend to give most of my attention to, because most people, they actually like buying finished products from me. So that sometimes where a lot of my focus tends to go. Okay, so now that we burnished all of those, we're going to cut this piece off here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I like to like make a little notch right there. And then I'm going to cut up. And then I'm just going to cut up these 3 score marks. And this is on this big 2-inch block, because this is going to be the bottom of our box. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the shadows. Let me see if I can, hold on, because I have a table ring light too. Just bring that up because I realize it's real shadowy. And I don't have my main light on. Okay. Let's see if that makes it any better. It probably won't. Okay. Now, if you want to, I'm not going to do it here, but you can notch these edges. So next thing we want to do is, I'm just going to turn this around. Okay, so we know that this is going to be the side of our box, and this is going to be our front. So we want to keep this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off. Now you can choose to keep it. Some people do keep it. But I'm gonna, there you go. I'm gonna notch that. And then, so when I'm cutting off, I try to cut to the side of the score mark, because it just makes it a little bit more cleaner. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the rest of this off. And if you want to, you can also use your trimmer. Sometimes hand cutting for me, I'm a lefty, so I have to turn things around. Okay, so now we have all of that. So this is what your box is going to look like. So now we're going to round those edges. So I'm using the triple corner punch. Okay, So now we can just go ahead and start assembling. So I'm going to use some tear and tape. And tear that off. I want to add another piece so I can get this edge here. Okay. I did it again. I did this when I did my my sample. Okay, so before you adhere that, you want to go ahead now, and these score marks that you did, that you made, go ahead and actually just go this way and reinforce that. Now that that is done, now we can go ahead. So that's just going to make it easier to pinch in by doing that. Okay, so now this is our front. So we're going to take the sides, bring the sides in. This is the back. So next you're going to add your adhesive. Now what I like to do when I add in my adhesive to boxes like this, I add a piece down here on this flap. And then I'm going to add a piece on this side. Okay. And then, boom. So next, make sure that this is all lined up. Okay, so now that is the bottom of your box. So now this would be a good time for you to add your little candies. These would be perfect for like little kisses, or like the little mints, like I said. And then now to close this, I'm going to add some ribbon, and I'm using some soft succulent here. And you don't need a whole lot. And where's my scissors? Oops. And you want to get this as tight as you can and keep it. Okay, so I'm just tying a little knot. Okay, now I had already did some stamping here. So on this one, I used the Sweet as a Peach stamp set, and I use these little 3 flowers, and I use one of those flowers. So now I'm just going to use one of the other 2 flowers. And then I use oh shoot. I had it fall somewhere. I did not want it to fall. So now I'm going to get one of the scallop circle here. So I'm going to use my mini Stampin' Emboss. And I need to go back and check because I don't remember if the layering circles retired. But if it did, I mean, you can use any circle. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to use this little tiny circle here. Okay. So next I'm going to get a dimensional here. Let's see. Hopefully this big one, because I don't have no tiny ones around me. Okay, add that on. Then I'm going to take some glue dots, and I want the glue dots going down in a row. Because you just want the glue dots on the ribbon. You just want it on the ribbon here. So then that way your guests can just slide off the ribbon and get into the box. And so then lastly, I'm going to use the 2021 to 23 in color jewels, and I'm using the soft succulent. And on this one I use a bigger one, but since this is a bit of a smaller flower, let me see, well, maybe the big one will work. Okay. And voila, there you go. Cute little treat boxes that will be perfect for your wedding favors, your bridal favors, or any kind of dinner party for some afternoon events. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if you give this a try, please post your project on my Facebook page, or my Facebook group if you're not in my group, so we can see what you made. Alrighty guys, thank you. Bye-bye.